Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for helping me reach my 1,000 subscribers. You have no idea how excited I am. The moment I saw that I reached 1K on my YouTube channel, I was like, is this really happening? It actually took me quite some time to reach 1,000 subscribers, but I know it's because I don't really post very consistently. I'm going to try my best to be as diligent as possible in creating more content and posting more videos more frequently. A couple of months ago, I actually posted on my Instagram like a few questions related to solo traveling because I want to know what you guys think of this topic. I'll be sharing the very relevant concerns that you guys actually have regarding solo travel and also sharing my take on it. I have donuts to accompany me. So here are the donuts that I got. And with that, I have special shoutouts to my Russian viewers who are particularly active in commenting about me eating. This one's for you. So first I'm gonna try the Yangnyeom donut. It's quite good. It's definitely more on the savory side. I like the crackling thing. Okay, let's get into my poll. So the first question I asked on my Instagram story is, have you ever gone on a solo trip? Yes or no? 57% of my friends or my followers say that no, they have not been on a solo travel. It's good to know people are solo traveling because it's so therapeutic. So then my next question is, if you have gone on a solo travel, what was your favorite thing about the trip? And here are the results. There are a few people who responded that meeting people is their favorite part of the trip. I totally agree. I am not really a person that is super friendly or I go out of my way in meeting people, but when I'm on a solo travel, it's inevitable that you will meet people. I take my time to chit-chat a little more. So there were these two French brothers that were staying in the same hostel as I was in Nizhny Novgorod. I saw them checking out the same time I was checking out, and they were like having someone come take their car away as I was going into my Yandex taxi. So I left at the train station because I was taking a train from Nizhny Novgorod all the way back to Moscow. And then when I got off the train in Moscow, I actually saw them again. There wasn't any lifts or escalator, there were only stairs. I'm like, you know what, Naomi? Just brace yourself for a fall. But no, like usually I'm like, okay, when I set my mind to something, I can do it. If I get really tired or I die, it's like at the end, like, but I will get it done first. So I was gonna carry it, and one of the brothers, he actually asked if I needed help. We had like 5 minutes chit chat about our travel. They started their journey in Vladivostok, which is all the way east of Russia. They bought an old car and they made like a road trip all the way to Nizhny Novgorod, and then they took a train to Moscow before flying back to France. I think it's just really nice to get to know people. I like listening to people's stories. So in terms of meeting people, that is what I like. I started on my second piece. This is called the Burnt and Salt. Oh, this is good. I like salty. This is like salty and sweet. Not too sweet, more salty. So another thing that you guys like about solo traveling is the freedom of doing anything, like no obligation to accommodate to people, which I also really like. When you travel with a partner, you need to be considerate and you need to accommodate. So no matter how good you are as partners, like you guys are on the same page, the same wavelength, similar interests, but the fact that I would have to ask to confirm. Sometimes I just don't want to ask. I just want to make my own decisions and just run with it. If I want to skip certain attractions, I can. If I want to spend more time at certain attractions, I also can. I also get to control my financials, and I can eat as expensive as I want or as budget as I want, and it doesn't matter because I don't have to take into account another person's opinion. The spontaneity of it, I can do what I want when I want. So my next question is, if you haven't been on a solo travel, what's the reason that you haven't done so? Or like what's holding you back from going on a solo trip? And I notice a majority of it is the fear of something bad happening, like getting kidnapped or just facing challenges and risk alone. So my take on that is you will definitely face some challenges in many different aspects. I understand the fear of going to places alone because you're afraid of getting kidnapped or like being harassed. So throughout my travels, there were times when things could have gone really wrong in terms of safety, but it didn't, thank God. But I think risks are everywhere. So you just have to be really smart when you're traveling, be alert of your surrounding. And what I mean by smart is to not like, you know, when you're looking at your wallet, don't open it like in front of everyone and like taking out your cash and like, oh, how many bills do I have here? That's obviously pretty stupid because you're inviting trouble. Don't go to quiet places by yourself. I start my day really early. I wake up at like 5:30 or 6 and by 7 I'm out the door. That's really nice because one thing, it's already bright. It's not as dodgy as nighttime. And also I get to take pictures at touristy places without anyone around. I would say 7 p.m. I'm already back in my accommodation, ready to chill, scroll my social media and just sleep. A close runner-up is not being able to enjoy because you're not sharing the fun with someone else. I'm trying to understand that, but I mean, I guess it makes sense because it's always nice to have company around, right? To enjoy with and to laugh together and make memories together so that you guys can look back and reminisce about the times. But for me, at least, solo traveling is for myself. Sure, I can come back home and tell stories to my friends and my families and share my experiences with them. They might not necessarily understand the fun or the enjoyment that I had because they weren't there to experience it for themselves. Ultimately, when it comes to solo traveling, it's for me, myself and I. It's for me to look back on all these fond memories and the things that I've learned. It's just for myself, it's not for anyone else. I may come off as a little self-centered, but the point of me solo traveling is to find myself, to regain my center. Solo traveling is very therapeutic for me, and if I were to go to a therapy, I'm not going there with someone else. Maybe you want to try going on a solo trip at least once so that you can experience for yourself what it really is for you. And I do struggle with not being able to taste every single local food when you want to eat all sorts of food but your stomach is only like this small but you want to eat this much. And having someone to share with, you can split the bill, you can also split the portion, so it's pretty much a win-win. So what I do instead is, I mean, I have like 3 meals a day, right? So every meal I'll try to eat something different. It definitely takes a while to get used to taking care of yourself, like on another level, because there's no one else there to look out for you. The ultimate thing is to follow your instincts. When your instincts tell you that something is not right somewhere, then just don't go there. Make like a U-turn. Okay, I forgot to say what I'm eating, but this is the miso caramel. One of my friends actually commented, parents' concerns is one of the factors of why she hasn't gone on a solo trip. This one, I totally relate. My dad especially, he is very protective of his daughters. So in the beginning, my sisters and I would just book our tickets and then let my parents know maybe like a week or 2 before we actually fly. They will usually nag, but then the fact that we already bought the tickets, they would just let us go. My first solo travel was in Seattle when I was on my exchange program. So that one I didn't even tell anyone. Like, I just went away for the week. My next solo trip was to Russia, and that was like huge. My parents weren't actually too happy about it, especially my dad. He wasn't happy about it at all. I was gonna meet my best friend Charmaine after that trip in Amsterdam, so that kind of gave them a bit of peace of mind. But to be honest, I think they were a little confused because they thought that I was going to meet Charmaine in Russia. So when my dad found out that I was going to Russia alone and then meeting Charmaine in Amsterdam, he flipped. But oh well. Ever since then, whenever I say that I want to go on a solo travel, my parents are pretty much okay with it. Like, especially my mom, she's actually very open to the idea, and she said that, you know what, whenever you're really stressed, just go take a trip somewhere, because she knows that heals my soul. It takes some rebellion, but eventually they will come around. After all, it is your life, so live your life. Next question was for everyone. What are your concerns about solo traveling? This one got a lot of concerns. I'm gonna eat the creme brulee. It's vanilla creme patissiere with brulee topping. Oh damn, this is good. no one taking pictures for them. That one is so real. When you have your friends or your family, they can tell you like, oh, how to pose and take many pictures for you. But if you are traveling on your own, you either have to ask a stranger. If they are into taking pictures, at least they will know how to tell you to pose. Some people, they're just like, okay, snap, okay, you're done. And then the picture turns out like shit. So while sometimes I still do get people to help me take pictures, it's actually very rare because I carry around my tripod. And my camera connects to an app, a Canon app. Is actually super convenient because I can see the angle, like my best angle, or like what I want to be in the frame. It's a bit of a hassle, but it's a hassle that I'm willing to take on, because even when I'm traveling with, say, like friends or family, right, it's not necessarily that they will take really nice pictures for me. I have really bad angles. So either learn to take your own pictures or learn to teach a stranger how to take your picture. So one of my friends said that she's afraid of getting lost, no money, and phone died. Rule of thumb, always have enough money. So I have cash, and I have 2 to 3 types of cards, and I have all of them activated for international usage. I always have my power bank fully charged with me. Having a phone with you is so convenient, and it's your source of everything. You can pay things on your phone, you can call people on your phone, you can Google Maps, you can book cars, you can book anything. Whenever I touch down in a new country, the first thing that I will get is a SIM card. I really need the internet wherever I go, since I heavily rely on the internet. Ultimately, I notice it's about being responsible for yourself. I actually find that this shouldn't even be a concern, because when I have a friend with me, it's not for them to take care of me, but it's literally just for company. Like, we can enjoy this trip together, not for them being my bodyguard or them being my emergency ATM. It's things like that that doesn't really make sense to me. If you want to go on a solo trip, if you think that you can really benefit from a solo trip, then you have to take all these extra measures to make sure that you are safe and you have everything in place. Everything else is out of your control. And then one of my friends said that she's afraid that she'll be bored. Being bored on a trip is possible. When I went to Bali back in March this year, I had the entire hotel room to myself, but I was alone because my travel partner bailed on me. I guess I already set my mind that, okay, on this trip, I'm gonna have a partner, and these are the things that we're gonna do together, these are the food that we're gonna eat together, you know, yada yada yada. And then suddenly, like literally one day before, he told me that, oh, he can't make it. So I'm like, oh shit. Dealing with boredom, right, when you're traveling, it means that, number one, is either you've explored everything there is to explore, and then you have nothing to do left, just sleep, you know, just take a nap, just sleep, just relax, go eat. And then the second thing is, maybe you're bored because you're just sitting there not knowing what to do. If that's the case, then take out your phone and Google. All the information is at the tip of your fingers. Oh my gosh! What you can do is you should go on a walking tour. Most of the touristy cities have walking tours, either for free or you have to pay for a small amount of money. So when I went to St. Petersburg, I enrolled in a free walking tour, which I ended up giving the tour guide some tips anyway, because it was really good. The walk was for 3 hours, and he really brought the group to places that is not necessarily where tourists would actually go. Even if it's a touristy place, he would bring us to walkways that only locals will know. Confirm you won't be bored. So this last one, it's calamansi meringue. So here there's like curd. One of the tips that I want to share with you guys is to learn the local language, at least a little bit. Like hello, hi, how much is this, how much is that, where to go, where is the toilet. Not only it helps you with your travels, it also helps you connect with the locals. You also feel like it's a sense of achievement. When I do know a bit of the local language, it makes the trip very fulfilling. It makes me want to learn every single language there is to learn. That is all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching me eat while chit-chatting with you. I know some of you don't appreciate that, but I can't please everyone, can I? If you have any questions that you have regarding being a solo traveler, I'm not super seasoned, but I've been on several solo trips and I really enjoy it. So leave your comments down in the comment section and I will try to advise you or give you some tips and tricks if I have any. And yeah, please wear your mask.